on your next swim workout? You're usually disciplined. You usually have no trouble finding your accounting rhythm. You love the sensuality of the water. But what if just on your next swim workout, you can't summon the discipline you usually have? You're a little bored. The hour that you usually do is going by so slowly, it's becoming agonizing. The 2 hours just seem unfathomable. And this is a day you're probably going to cut a little short. What if you could just touch a little button over here on the side of your temple and perhaps hear the genius of the poet of our time, Bob Dylan, the Nobel Prize winner poet of our time, Bob Dylan, wafting through your brain? What if you could just touch right here? Come on, it doesn't get any better than this. You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out. And you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud about having to be scrounging for your next meal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be without a home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? Honestly, I'm not even the water. I'm sitting here in my office and I am just swept away. There are people, and I'm one, who love the meditation, the sound of the slapping of your hands in the ocean, your breath underwater. It almost sounds like the sound you hear when you hear the amniotic fluid, when you see a baby in the womb. The water is magical enough. And then there are other times that with just a couple little plastic pieces, less than an ounce, resting on the edge of your goggles here, you can be listening to all the music you love and be transported away, and all of a sudden you stop at the end of the lane, or you're out in the open ocean and you take a look at your watch and say, I can't believe it. I've just been in another world, but my body has gotten the workout I wanted, and I've been listening to music that has transported me. Well, this little guy right here, these two little pieces, these pieces of plastic are called the Duo. They're made by a genius company called Finis, F-I-N-I-S, which means in Latin, by the way, the end. You're going to get to the end of the lap. You're going to get to the end of that ocean mile. You're going to get to the end of your dream. Finis, finish it, get there. And they have devised this music genius, because I don't know about you, and they're brilliant sets of music. You know, there's the iPod. I see a lot of people swimming. They have a water encapsulated plastic sleeve that they wear their iPod right on their arm, and then it's kind of cumbersome. And then you've got to put little earbuds inside your ears. I don't know about you. Maybe that doesn't bother you. It bothers me. I don't like having something penetrating my ears, especially for a long time, especially in salt water. And what if you've got a cap that you really want to, for all kinds of reasons, have tight down around your ears? Now, that earbud's got to go up inside, and for me, it just doesn't work. So here we're talking about, I'm going to show you more closely, these two little plastic pieces, and it's called bone transference technology. So those pieces are sitting, I don't want to mess up my hair, you know, it's usually so perfect, right here at the temple. They sit. So what's happening is that sound isn't even really going into your ears. It's actually going into the bone here. And that bone is picking up all that sound and transferring it to your ears. So, you know, you can call them buds, but they're not technically going in to the bud of your ear, the way we think of penetrating earbuds. Now here's the little connector piece. I am an absolute, you know, remedial techie type, but this is simple as you can be. You've got your little USB entry here into your computer. You've got your little set-on piece here that your bud sits on top of, and you just drag and drop. You go from any MP3 player, you drag and drop all your tunes into there. We're running a contest at the moment. That's right. By the end of this evening, Thursday, by midnight, that's Pacific Coast time, you send in your playlist. I posted my playlist on my Facebook page. You send in your playlist, and we're going to have a panel. There are 4 of us who are going to take a look at your playlist, and a couple of them are younger, so don't worry. A couple of us are baby boomers, me and Bonnie, and we do like our Elton John, Janis Joplin, you know, Beatles, Eagles sort of thing. There's nothing like the Hotel California underwater, come on. And we are, you know, going to take a look at your playlist, and tomorrow morning our panel's going to take a look at everything, and we're going to make a decision as to which of you we like your playlist best, and Phineas is going to send you a duo. So get on to my Facebook page and let us know what the playlist is. A lot of people have been writing in already. You know, I love it. And, you know, for instance, there's Carol Smith Capper wrote in and said, I'm looking at your playlist. I love it, but you've completely forgotten Roberta Flack. No kidding, completely forgotten the first time I ever saw your face. Now that's not so upbeat, but if you're out gliding, you know, and you're going to listen to Killing Me Softly, you know, that could take you into a world of ecstasy, Roberta Flack. Love that one, Carol. Wendy Schlesinger has said, how about Hello from Adele? And that made me think of Hello from Lionel Richie. You know, hello. Is it me you're looking for? Ah, da, la, da, 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 da. Doesn't it sound like music? Doesn't it sound like water music? It does. Weird, so one unusual for me anyway, because I'm not a classical music you know, aficionado by any means. There's a woman named Barbara Norton who's written in and saying, you know what I put on that set, that duo set? I put Symphony Number 9 from Beethoven. The title of that, which I didn't realize, is called All Men Should Be Brothers. And what a good time. What an inspiring time to listen to a Beethoven piece titled All Men Should Be Brothers. Who else? Oh, Carolyn Rice wrote in to say La Isla Bonita. You know, I'm a dancer. I don't know if you saw Dancing with the Stars, and if you did, you might not call me a dancer anymore, but I have been dancing my whole life. I'm not too bad at it. So I love dance music. I still like something with a rhythm, even though I started with Dylan. But Carolyn Rice wrote in with La Isla Bonita, and it has such a swimming rhythm to it. It's just at that. It's not too fast, it's not too manic, and that's too crazy slow that your stroke can't keep up with it. La Isla Bonita, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, La Isla Bonita. So, reminds me of the islands too. It's not a bad song to be underwater with. A number of people wrote in Benny and the Jets. That's on my list for sure. It just gets you fired up. Maybe you do only have 10 more minutes to go, you know, and you want to finish your entire 2-hour workout, and it comes on, Elton John comes on with his authentic, you know, lyrics and music. Benny and the Jets, Benny, Benny and the Jets. I know you didn't tune in to hear a concert, so I'm sorry if I'm being painful to you, but you get what I mean. It's an underwater experience with music. You're not allowed in the competitive ocean swims, and like the swim I did from Cuba to Florida, to actually wear headphones, and I never did. But in training, it's not only pleasurable occasionally, but it's extremely helpful to get you through. You know, we talk about the difference between swimming And all other exercises, I don't care if you cycle or climb or run or walk or whatever you do, you've got your eyes and your ears, you have your senses about you. But with swimming, it's a state of sensory deprivation. And sometimes that's lovely. Sometimes that's exactly what you want. A number of people have written in over the last couple of days saying, you know, I might use the music occasionally, but basically I love to escape. You know, I'm raising 2 kids. I'm taking care of my elderly parents. My job is stressful. All I want is to get away and be alone and just feel the water and hear the water and not see anything. I get it. I certainly have experienced the joy of sensory deprivation and being in your own head, being in the interior of your mind. I love it too. And then sometimes it's a transporting experience to take the music that you love most in life and get out there with it. Let me look down this list again. Oh, one person, Leslie Resnick, wrote in to say that she is laughing out loud to hear that Joe Cocker is on my list. Okay, so you don't think of Joe Cocker ever when you're thinking of a smooth little La Isla Bonita, you know. This isn't, you know, terribly rhythmic, but I'll tell you, you know, sometimes late at night when I've been tired and I'm going through another few hours of a long swim, and that raspy, crazy, eccentric voice of Joe Cocker, give me a ticket to an airplane, comes screaming through my duo. Give me a ticket to an aeroplane. I ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby wrote me a letter. It wakes me up, it makes me happy, and I'm jiving along to Joe Cocker as we go along. Holly, I've never known your last name. Holly's a big swimmer, and she is a fan, and I'm a fan of hers. It's Cionanfeth, Cionanfeth, I think. But Holly, if I got this pronunciation wrong, let me know how I need to say it, because I've known you for a few years now. Holly does some wonderful fundraising swims for all kinds of wonderful charities, cancer, etc. And Holly wrote in to say, Simon and Garfunkel always works for me. And boy, you're preaching to the choir here, Holly. I don't care whether it's you know, early Simon and Garfunkel or Bridge Over Troubled Water. The lyrics, the music are just always melodic and magical. I remember being at 3, 4 in the morning, and sometimes even without my duo, just listening on my own to those lyrics. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Transporting. And let me just show you one more time as I sign off for you today. So again, it's called the Duo. It's made by Finis. And just clip these 2 little plastic pieces right onto your temple here. There's one man who wrote in, Richard Schoenborn. And Richard, if you're not tuning in today, I'm going to write you back personally on Facebook. You're telling me that occasionally when you push off underwater on your flip turns in a pool, that the force of the water coming against your head flips these over or turns them around because they're so light. And you know, after a few laps, that annoys you, that after each push, you've got to adjust them again. And I have had the experience actually myself. And I discovered, and the Finis people have told me the same thing, is that, and I'm sure you're pushing off the water with a lot more force than I am. I am quite sure of that. But nevertheless, I know what you mean, and what you should do is get into an extreme streamlined position. You're swimming some hard laps, and you know you want to have a good rhythm to it going. So when you push off, just like the Olympic swimmers do, they're trying to get in the most torpedo type, extreme vertical, I should say, in the pool, horizontal position they can. So as you push off the wall, put your arms up here. Put your arms, your biceps, tight against the edge of the Duo. It's natural anyway. That's really where you are. Instead of just pushing off loosey-goosey where all this is exposed, put your arms up tight, get your hands together like this. So you're going to be zooming off the wall, and your arms will actually keep the 2 pieces of your Duo flat to your head. Okay, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. And I told you I'm not a techie, and I see, and I'm looking on my screen constantly, it says there are 25 comments so far, but gosh darn it, I just can't see them on my screen. So I apologize if I've been ignoring you. I have wanted to not just make this a soliloquy where I talk at you. I wanted to talk with you, but I cannot see your comments. Let me see if I can fool around with the screen a little bit. Do I press this? No, that didn't work. I don't know. They're not coming up for some reason. So I apologize for that. And I'll see you guys next time. Let me know. Write in by tonight. Give me your playlist. You're going to win a duo by tomorrow. Bye, everybody.